What? What is up, everyone? Episode 33 of NookTalk Live. Wow, 33 episodes in, Zach.
Finally older than me.
Yeah, there you go. Zach is now a volunteer for YouTube. He doesn't.
Just
Guys,
do it for fun.
Zach has the worst luck.
Well, honestly, I have the best luck. I just have had some bad YouTube luck.
It's pretty bad luck, though.
Do you know what it is, though? It's when Animal Crossing does great, like, double updates, that's when I get hit. Because remember, I got hacked when it was Franklin and Jingle. Like, when they had that double pack, I got hacked. And now this is like Sanrio plus design slots. So they really just want to take me out when Animal Crossing is booming.
So, Zach, your channel is currently not monetized. We got to go into it. We got a lot to talk about, but this is important. What the heck's going on, dude?
So someone said we'll send you money. What's your Venmo? I'm good. I appreciate it. I don't. You guys got to save for the Sanrio cards next week. But no. So apparently there was a PIN number sent out to verify your address, and I didn't even realize this PIN was sent out because I was hacked at the time that they sent it. Apparently, if you did not input that PIN by March 18th, they demonetize all your channels, all your accounts. And not only did I not know about this PIN, I mean, I've been here in lockdown trying to be all COVID safe for the last year, and it never came. So this PIN never came, and I Googled online, and a lot of other people, not really with big channels, but a lot of other people said like, oh, their PIN never arrived either. So I'm being told by YouTube to input this PIN that they never sent me, and they're not letting me make money because they need this PIN that they never sent. So it's like an error on their fault, on their side. And they're telling me, oh, you can file for a new PIN. It'll take 2 to 4 weeks. I'm like, guys, I can't make no money for 2 to 4 weeks. I'm trying to get some empathy from them, because I was like, imagine if you showed up at work and someone put a note on your desk that said like, hey, you're not going to make any money. And you said, oh, why? Am I not doing a good job? I said, no, you're doing a great job. You didn't input this PIN. And you said, what PIN? I didn't know there's a PIN. They said the PIN we sent you. You go home, you file through all your mail, you're sorting, you're shifting, you're trying to find it. Can't find the PIN. Oh, you never sent the PIN. Oh, that's okay. Input the PIN. Well, I don't have the PIN. It's physically impossible for me to input this PIN that I don't have. So I'm hoping it's not another 2 weeks like when I was hacked. I'm hoping that it's resolved quicker than that. Fingers crossed.
I just don't get it. We're gonna raid Zach. Zach's an OG. Like, you should have. It should have been like that. Like,
apparently that's part of the problem. Apparently I've been on YouTube so long that my account was already verified, and I got grandfathered into this new address verification. So it looked like, when I talk to YouTube, they say I look verified. And then when I go on, it says you're not verified, you're not monetized. So I don't know. I don't really want to wait 2 to 4 weeks for a PIN that may or may not show up. So the dumb part is, like, I sent them my driver's license. I'm like, this is me. I was like, I'll take a picture in front of my house. You can see the address behind me. Like, I'm real. I've made 8,000 videos. I'm real. I promise. Like, I'm here. And I asked them, we'll wrap it up after this, but if you never get your PIN after 3 tries, you can send in your ID and they'll take that as a form of verification. So I was like, guys, like, the PIN didn't come. Just let me send my ID now. Like, I'll give you my ID. Let's go. It just stunk because I was busting out videos.
I know. It's like the biggest
Sanrio,
update.
The new design slots.
Zach covered every aspect of Sanrio. Like, if you have any questions, Zach probably made a video about
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, where's my Pat content?
Yeah. Listen, St. Patrick's Day, you can't count on me.
That's what I figured.
You can't count on me to be awake, you know? But I busted it out yesterday. We're good, Zach. We have a lot to talk about. Last episode, our headliner was Build-A-Bear. How things have changed, Zach.
Yeah,
like,
right?
There's a ton of stuff out, and we'll get to this a little bit later, but Zach has another prediction. So if you are in the church of Zach.
The cult of Switch Force.
So Zach might have another prediction, and I agree with you.
Maybe.
Mostly. I agree with you mostly. Okay. I do think that you bring up some good points. Anyway, so where should we start?
We should start with the biggest news, which is I found through the grapevine, through, social media, that you are not just a snack, but a full meal is what I've seen your audience has now refers to you as.
All right. So the Target situation is on. Zach, I am not listen, snacks can be ugly too. There's a lot of foods that people snack on.
But I mean, yeah, but can a full meal, can that not be satisfying?
maybe I'm the appetizer and you're the main course. Look at you. You're beautiful, man. Anyway, it's a bromance, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So wait, I actually want to start up with the Sanrio cards at Target.
Yes.
I actually do want to start out with that because I was in contact with an employee of Target. All right,
This is literally news. I like this.
He or she, everyone, they want to be anonymous, right? They sent me a message about the stocking, and they've been giving me updates about the Sanrio cards. So the first update was you can buy them in store.
Right.
Here you go. Here's the amount that we're getting, which we'll talk about that.
Sure.
And there you go. So now the latest update, because I was contacted again and I saw some like little postings about it. You can only order it online.
Mm-hmm.
It's pickup or online order.
It's COVID
only.
shopping.
Yeah, COVID shopping. And so the thing that he was mixed up about was they are going to be selling some in store, but only if people cancel on their orders. So like, which is not likely.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's interesting.
I don't get
like leftovers will be put on the shelves, basically. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is telling me that every Target store is getting 72. Like 72 is the number. 72 card packs is the number of the initial stock. They don't know if that's like going to be it. I don't think it will be.
I think that's a pretty substantial number, though. I mean, if you consider like a comparable craze, the PS5 craze, like that was like 2 per store or 3 per store. So 72, like obviously there's technically 30 million Animal Crossing fans out there, but I think 72 per store is still.
It's a good number.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. Now, he also went on to say that the card returns or whatever, or like the order cancellations, it will be 1 pack per customer, but there's no confirmation whether or not that number will stay true online. So this could be really bad. Like this could be, you could order 30 and like that comes out of the 72. I don't know. So there's a lot of gray area. All I can say is this is a mess. Can like one person in the chat like relay that info back to me? It just sounds so confusing. These are card packs. Put them in the store and like.
I think what makes it more paramount now is the fact that the villagers cannot be adopted. The items cannot be cataloged. They are completely paywalled, which I know some people are upset about, but I think that's totally fair.
But I can send you an item.
You can gift it to me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't do like touch trading or cataloging or anything like that. Call me crazy, but I really don't think it's going to be that bad. I think as long as you're, familiar with how to order online and do pickup, I think it'll be okay. I mean, like when the Animal Crossing New Horizons console came out, I went to multiple stores for that, and most Walmarts that I went to got like 4 to 5 consoles. And the first store, I was like 6th in line, they had 5. The second store, no one was in line, and they had 4 available. I could have bought all 4, I only bought 1. So I just think, again, and I've said this in other episodes, our community is so vibrant and excited and passionate that we're not aware that like all the other people living in your neighborhood and in your community probably don't, even if they play Animal Crossing, probably don't know about this. So I still think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I actually think 72 is a big number, and you do bring up a good point. Like we are the super fans of the super fans. Like, I don't know. I don't know how many like homies are going to roll up in Connecticut looking for Sanrio packs. Like I don't know. But Target and someone put it in the chat. Like I've had problems with Target before getting, you know how like Target and Best Buy,
your lunchbox debacle.
The lunchbox, yeah. And like that wasn't even like a pre-order type thing. It was just, hey, if you buy Mario Maker, you'll get this lunchbox. And there's been people that have reached out to Target and they know nothing. They don't even know what a Sanrio is. So like it's very up in the air. I think your best bet is to wait for the pre-orders. I did talk to him and he said that like just keep checking Target. I think even Target tweeted about this, by the way. Like it's going to happen next week. And this is madness. Like this is so this is so crazy. I feel like it's a contained problem though. We're making it a bigger problem. But
well, yeah, and I think without officially endorsing it, there is a simple solution to all of this. Like if you don't get these Target packs, you will be okay. There are other websites that you can,
Yeah. Like if you want to do a custom shirt, go to Etsy for a custom shirt.
Yeah.
And then you could put like Zach was right about So
it's totally, it is totally possible to get the cards, okay, without getting the cards. If you get my drift. I mean, look, if you go to Etsy or eBay, there are sellers that create these, the amiibo codes. Basically, they put them on cards, they put them on coins, they put them on whatever. So like, it's totally possible to get them for, it'll be a little more, but it'll be like $15 as opposed to $50 or $500. I don't know how much they're going to sell for. I'm sure somebody is going to spend $100 on an amiibo card pack next Friday.
Yeah. Who the heck would spend $100 per pack? What kind of freaking moron?
Gosh. I think it's interesting though that this will not be offered in the game. Like, it's still weird to me, and we touched on this last week, like that it's not a digital offering. Like, you don't have the option to just buy the 6 villagers. Like, because then that opens it up to everybody, and I'm not.
Why is that? Like, is it just because you have to physically scan them in? Like, it'd be a bit of programming to like open menus and things, but like,
yeah, they don't have a way for you to.
Seems like a no-brainer, especially now. COVID, people love shopping in their living room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I've learned with Nintendo products is if they're scarce at first, there will be another release. Like you were just talking about the Animal Crossing Switch. I think we bought ours on the same day because like I literally went to Target and there was like 8 of them.
Right.
So they will come out, but like if you're following the community closely, you're going to feel that FOMO and you're just going to want to order it. So that's the situation with Target. It is a mess. It is an absolute mess. They totally botched this. Like,
but
I don't even know.
We don't know yet. I mean,
we should know a week before. This is bad. They should have opened a pre-order, and there we go.
There's no. I guess the only confusion to me is like, when does that page go live to be able to order for store pickup? I'm assuming the morning of the 26th, or hopefully they give some sort of 24-hour notice or something. Don't trample anyone. Don't
no.
hit anybody with your purse.
It should be consumer friendly. The message should be consumer friendly. They should have made an open pre-order on Target or had a certain amount on Target.com, and they should have opened it weeks ago, like when it was announced. I really do, because like they were gonna make it already. Don't even deliver them to these stores. Cut out the middleman. Make it online only.
Yeah,
and there you go. I don't know. That's what I think. Zach, we predicted a lot of things, but we could have not predicted a freaking Twitter drop at 9 a.m. when I was visiting my nephew. Anyway, Zach, we got to talk about this. The anniversary update, which we both had faith for, me a little bit less last week, happens. We got the 3-headed monster, man. What do you think?
I want to know the behind the scenes of why this was a blog post instead of a video trailer. That to me was so goofy. I guess because they did the Sanrio trailer announcing the villagers, and so that, I guess they felt like that covered them maybe. But this was like, to me, the most magical update, because it was things that I'm not saying it's my favorite update. There's no Brewster, obviously. There's no Roost. There's not any major like daily gameplay additions. But this is an update that I think we were resigned was not going to come. Like design stuff, quality of life stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk a little bit, but like, I don't think this couldn't have made a good trailer.
No.
I mean, the stuff that was announced, it wouldn't have been like a sexy trailer. We always talk about that. Like, what really happened? Design slots, new items to customize.
Yeah, there's not really an NPC to sort of ground it all around. Yeah.
Like a Nook Link update. Like if you actually like think about the presentation of it, it sounds bad, but it's a great update. And I was actually going to ask you, because you're like, me and you have very different Animal Crossing experiences. Like, does this do anything for you? Obviously you like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing is just the insane influx of items. I mean, I'm going to, when I consider 1.9, I will group Sanrio and the design slots and, the prom stuff, all of that together. For me, it's not so much what's there, but it's what's being said for the future, and not to, get too far ahead of ourselves, but hey, holidays are going to be updated. Hey, there will be more events peppered in the calendar that weren't there last year. Hey, we're going to add items from the NookLink app. Hey, we're going to add basically DLC villagers. Like, the things that they are that are unspoken to me are more powerful than what's being spoken. And I think it just sets up the rest of the year so nicely. Like, knowing we're getting 8 new items for Bunny Day, right? Knowing that we're getting added, like, prom season or prom day or whatever they're calling it. That was not part of the calendar last year. So knowing that there is room and space for them to pepper in new events,
The whoopee cushions.
The whoopee cushions?
Have you tried them out yet?
I have not.
They're ridiculous. Zach, there's 4 different fart samples. Like,
amazing.
Where are their priorities at? Yeah, I polled you guys over on the community tab. Check it every time we're doing a show. I said, what has been your favorite 2021 Animal Crossing update so far? I put Pave, Mario items, Anniversary, and Sanrio as all 4 separate ones.
Okay.
58%. What do you think won?
It's very Mario.
58% say Anniversary update, which was design slots, everything like that. Actually, Mario came in third. 23% for Sanrio, 12% for Mario, and 7% for Pave.
Poor Pave.
Which is interesting. And I just want to say this. That video or the coverage that you had on Doug Bowser's interview is really telling. Like, the UGC is coming in strong. Like, this was not an Animal Crossing update. I don't care what anyone says. This was a weird design game with an Animal Crossing skin update. Like, I think the community is shifting, man. I think a lot of the old school things that they could have added to appease fans, your Brewster and things like that, versus what they just added, design slots, new customization options. This is a new game. This is
well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. They added some face standees.
Well, yeah, but like the content that they're adding.
Oh, you mean just versus like New Leaf or something?
Yeah, because like Doug Bowser, when this first came out, he was like, "Oh, the players are going to dictate this game's future, basically," and like I believe him now. So like crafting update, we can assume is going to come. Terraforming is going to come because that's like stuff that is improvements as opposed to like additions to the game. So like,
although these improvements are tied around UGC, user generated content, like you said, so I wonder if that is a big factor of it. I just love that they're showing us that this is not going to follow the trend. So now throughout the New Leaf playbook, the holidays can be different. They can add more events. They can mix things up. They can modify your inventory. They can, I love that they were willing to add to the phone apps. I love that they were willing to make changes to these elements that seem set in stone, because I guess you're right. Like, user-generated content or not, this does open the door for them to do so much, and that bodes so well for a game that I guess a lot of people are starting to get worried, like, oh gosh, are we coming to the tail end of this? And the answer is resoundingly no.
Well, here's my next question for you. When does the next update hit? If you had to guess, because this seems like a very seems like a period, like here's your 3-headed thing, and now we can kind of breathe a little bit. But like whenever they breathe, I feel like this game basically lives and dies by these updates.
Yeah.
So how much longer can they wait before? If you had to say, like, when's the next update coming?
5 weeks.
It wouldn't be 5 weeks.
I think I said it on a past show. I think they do an update now every month. The January update was mostly for January trailer was mostly for February with Pave. The February trailer is mostly for March with Mario. This trailer I get is mostly for March because that's when Sanrio dropped, but it's also for Bunny Day. It's also for things in April. I think we get an April trailer that highlights May, because if you remember, May and June and July was really when AC revved up last year. That's when they started bringing in just a litany of things. Earth Day was when they had the trailer that kind of highlighted that calendar of events, and we may not get that because they've already covered Earth Day in this one, but I do think we'll get something that highlights May and, brings Katrina to the game.
Zachariah! Well, guys, breaking news. Me and Zach's mom are the only ones that can call him Zachariah.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
What do you think I was going to say?
I don't know, man. Your audience, I've seen a market shift. It's like, Animal Crossing is cute. I love truffles. And now they're like,
listen,
you got these emojis.
They're all hooligans. What do you expect? That's what hooligans do.
Dang. Very
Zach,
sensual hooligans now.
You have stop. You have a different. You have a brand new prediction here.
Yeah.
And listen, when Zach makes predictions now, there's a little bit of luster here. He's getting a little cocky, guys. Okay.
I mean, when you're right every single time, it's hard not to.
Whoa, okay. All right. As Gabe would say, where Brewster at, though?
He's coming. Look,
Okay.
listen, the talent of a predictor is not to know the specificity, it's just to know that it's coming, right? Like when you're like, oh my gosh, there's a storm coming. You're not like, it's on January 4th at 12 a.m. You're like, okay, build up those, build up your wooden walls, get ready for the storm. I'm just trying to let people know that it's coming.
So who's the next thing? Oh, great, Zach.
I think the next thing is,
I like Zach's prediction.
The next thing is Katrina, because the NookLink update, they specifically chose to focus on these screenshots that show Katrina giving her words of wisdom. And initially it was like, oh gosh, why are they bringing Katrina into the app? That's such a downgrade for her. Why is she going to be represented only in this lame-o Nook point system, which by the way has some very cool items. They've been dated. You don't think so?
What's cool? What is cool?
Pat,
Nook's Christian album on your wall? There's the items so far are lame. There's what, pictures? Does that excite you, Zach?
Okay, what is
Does that get you up in the morning?
I mean, look, if I put myself in the mind frame of a person that gets so excited about Jack's Halloween, where I get to trade little candy balls with people.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
So Katrina is on there, and people initially thought that, oh, she's relegated to the app. But there's two specific points that lead me to believe Katrina is, well, three, that Katrina is going to be introduced. The first one's pretty basic, simple. Nintendo is smart. They immediately tweeted about Sanrio after the last update, and then Sanrio came to fruition. They're putting a picture of Katrina on there. Katrina was not featured on the actual web post, the blog post, like the first thing we saw. Katrina's not there. It's only on the Twitter account. And Katrina is in the same art style as the faces at the end of the AC trailers when they highlight Leaf and Red, or I was going to say Brewster. When they highlight Franklin or Pave, it's in the same art style. So I really believe that they are prepping for it to be integrated in the game. The last point is, if you're a brand New Horizons player, you open Nook Points and you see this strange purple cat giving you words of wisdom, and you're like, I don't know what this is. And I don't think Nintendo will allow for something to be, they're so beginner friendly, they're so new player welcoming. They need to add significance to this character that's giving you words of wisdom, because if I just showed up to the AC franchise today, I have no idea who that is. And I think they need to justify who she is.
That's the part I agree with. Like, introducing essentially a brand new NPC that they've never mentioned before with new art style. Yeah, I kind of agree. Scarlett says, honestly, those items in the app could have been in the Nook Stop terminal. Give me cool, rare things for not being lazy and opening the app. It's a cool little thing. Also, thank you so much, Rosie. It's a cool little thing to like open your app and be rewarded, I guess. I'm not going to make judgments yet, but it's okay so far.
Can I give you one other point from the Nintendo verse here? The big rumor is that Nintendo is going to be upgrading their Nintendo Switch Online service in late March or early April, with the potential to introduce a higher paid tier that offers more content of some sort. Now, there's no specifics on that. People expect like Game Boy Advance games to come, maybe N64 games, but I wonder if the reason that the NookLink app is being updated, they say at the end of the month, is because they're going to kind of rework this app. Maybe they're going to try to make it more inviting or more important. Right now, the Nintendo Switch Online app is an app for voice chat because the system doesn't really do that, which is very silly. But I feel like those are going to be tied together. So keep your eyes on that.
Nintendo, your next console, please don't use this app. You've tried it so much and it's not it. Okay. It's not it. Has it been used in any, I mean, like Animal Crossing has cool thing. Like you can look at your villagers and like look at weird stuff, but like,
I forgot it was called the Nintendo Switch Online app. I went to the App Store and searched for Animal Crossing. I was like, wait, where's the Animal Crossing app? It's not there.
Oh my God. But yeah, I think we need to talk about something which I think is a major thing. And it's interesting that they I think the way they went at it is beautiful, but I'm surprised they used development time to really like update it. And that of course is the holidays, which last episode you asked me, you said, Pataroonie, do you think this is the tell-all? If they update Bunny Day, do you think this is the tell-all? And I said, yes. And I really think that's the case. So Bunny Day has 5 new items.
I thought it was 8. It's 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Oh.
So basically how they're doing it is the event is going to play out the same. Oh, by the way, it's a week long, Zach.
It is shorter. Which, like, I don't know.
I called it. I called it.
I'm still so... I wish they would explain themselves on that. Why did it get to... Yeah, you did. Good job.
It might be just... It's, what, April 4th this year?
So is it just the way it falls? Yeah.
It might just line up a little bit better. But essentially, the event is going to play out the same. So I had a lot of comments saying, wait, I didn't play year one. Am I not going to get the items? You're going to get all the items. You're going to get all the DIYs and stuff. The only thing different is that if you go in Nooks, in the seasonal section, there's going to be new Bunny Day items. They're dope, by the way. They're like
really nice.
They're really cool. Like I think they're way better. The tree's amazing.
These new planters are...
The planters are
cool.
cool.
Kids say I'm living for them.
Yeah. Do you like the way they went out about this? Like the event stays the same, just a few more notes.
I think it's the, if we're going to get all pipe dreamy, it's like, oh, the event's different and the NPC changes. But like in terms of like, let's get back to reality. And I think this is the best case scenario for what, because we talked about maybe a different colorway, maybe one new item, maybe the final item is different, but getting a new small set, I think this is by far like best case scenario for how we could experience holidays in year 2.
I could have made a better scenario up because like holidays are like in real life. I'm talking about it's tradition. You do similar things. Like I don't think anyone's Christmas is dramatically going to change. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, yeah, if you add in some new items and they're really cool, they're really high quality. Like I like them a lot. I think that's the way you go about it. So Zach, new Halloween stuff. It's happening, man. It has
hopefully, hopefully they don't get bored by then and say, man, this Pat guy, we can't appease him. No, I think it's going to be really good. And I think, they're clearly just mixing things around. Last time Earth Day brought a whole new NPC. This time Earth Day brings a fancy man globe. Very, very different. There was a note at the end of their blog post update that said like, hey, stay tuned for more new features, seasonal events, and holidays later in the year. And I guess you could read that to say like, oh, there's going to be the same seasonal events and holidays. But I read it to be like, hey, we're going to continue this process of they can find anything of any sort of cultural relevance back to school or, a holiday from a different part of the world and incorporate it. And tying into my update prediction of coming in mid to late April, look where the dates stop, right? Where do they stop with their seasonal events? They always kind of have those flowing. There's very few times where that's just empty. So I think the fact that it kind of stops towards the back end of April kind of indicates to me like that's when we're going to start maybe seeing the future content.
Yeah. If this Bunny Day is your first Bunny Day, just throw a 1 in the chat right now. I'm very interested because like I think a lot of people did miss it. Mm-hmm. Dave says I started in late April and missed Bunny Day. Oops, I lost that. Just restarted from scratch and super hyped for Zipper. Am I wrong? No, I think Zipper's great. I like Zipper. I love him. Yeah, it's a very involved holiday. Like it's a week long. It definitely is more meaty than like. There's way too many ones in the chat. What the heck are you guys doing? Yeah. It's more meaty than But it's kind of interesting going back to the poll that the pave is the lowest one because I feel like that's the most old school Animal Crossing thing that was added this year. I just think the tides are changing. I don't know, man. Like I do agree. Like Katrina, there's a good chance. I thought she was going to come in last year, but it's a good chance. I personally think the summer update this year, because I think diving was like the big headliner.
Right.
I think the summer thing this year is going to be Kapp'n, Tortimer and Kapp'n. Like we all have a dock, jump on the party boat and drink your mimosas. But I think that's what's going to happen. So.
Brewster's Floating Island Cafe.
Man, Brewster, I can wait till fall for Brewster. Why not?
I do wonder if they looked at this as a freaking 24 or 36 month plan, and they did space out fan favorite characters across this entire multi-year lineup. And if that's the case, like it's hard for me to be upset. Yeah, it would be great to have Brewster right away, but I think treating this game much more like a live service title and having I don't know about you, but at the end of the day, I would rather have updates of this caliber for 3 years than have an entire everything on day one. It just makes it so much more enjoyable, so much more fun. And I think it really will help keep the community together. At this point, I don't think there's any point in worrying that, they're just going to drop it. Like, this was it. we're done. Like
Yeah.
I think it's pretty established that this is going to continue for the foreseeable future, and that's fantastic. I mean, I'm down for anybody to come back, but yeah, it's in a good place.
Do you think this team currently values the game that they have currently or adding to it? So basically, I kind of worded that wrong, but like, do you think they value improving the game currently or adding more things to make it more of an Animal Crossing experience going forward?
I think if I had like put some percentage on it, I think you're going to see like 80% addition, 20, maybe even 85% addition, 15% improvement. I don't think improvement is going to go super far. I would, say your please and thank yous for this design slot edition, because I don't think that's going to happen every update. I don't think it's like, well, now everything is going to be made to what it should be. But yeah, you're like, the sky is the limit now. We went from doom and gloom, Sanrio characters aren't going to be in it, no anniversary update, it's over, to like, wow. Like it's now a rainbow at the end of the tunnel instead of like a blinding.
Well, that's the thing. There's no pattern. Like there was a pattern where it was like every month you would get a new trailer, but that was during like the heavy holiday seasons.
Right.
And then it was like, oh, we're going to skip a month and give you another thing. And then, oh, by the way, here's a Nintendo Direct with the Mario trailer in it. Oh, here's a random drop for the Sanrio stuff like in the afternoon. It wasn't even in the morning. And now we have a Twitter drop. So like, the fact that we've even predicted anything is pretty crazy, because like this team is like all over the place. I kind of like it though.
If I was AC, I would have a either weekly or monthly recurring show with like Isabel as the host, and I would just talk about what's coming to the game and have it be like this thing like a direct, but basically for Animal Crossing that you could tune into. But yeah, they have proven that they will do whatever. Twitter post, YouTube post, direct post, blog post. But the good thing is they're posting. They're posting, they're posting. So that's we're in great shape, man. We can continue the podcast. It doesn't have to end.
We are chilling. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, we're straight chilling, man. I did doubt the team a little bit. I didn't know what the speed was going to be year 2. Year 1 was very, very impressive. The way that they just kept throwing out things. And like, granted, the game just came out, and to our surprise, it came out pretty empty, I feel, like, given the amount of development time that we can assume went on this game, and it was delayed. So, like, year 2, I was just, I don't know. I was scared, Zach. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little less scared now, but I don't know if the crazy pacing that we've seen is going to, like, hold up. But I definitely do think we're going to get... I think year 2, when it's all said and done, is going to be better addition-wise than year 1. Like,
I mean, that's fantastic then, because... We haven't even tapped into, I feel, anywhere near to me, the prime updates from year 1 are like, bringing new NPCs, bringing new features, bringing dream suites, bringing diving, opening up, different aspects and areas of the island. So anything of that caliber coming this year, I'll be just smitten.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the, well, I mean, you've made plenty of videos, but like real talk, Sanrio, a few days later.
I mean, I think I view it as DLC, and from that standpoint, it's fantastic. A villager, bring them into your island. They come with an entire house full of items. They're great items, quality items. It's also probably more impactful to me as someone who didn't dip my toes that far into New Leaf, as someone that didn't have the Sanrio villagers in New Leaf. I can see how if you did play New Leaf, you're like, what? It's a Toi. I've had her before. You know what I mean? Like, okay. But for someone that didn't, it's such a value. It's such a great value, and it's so fun to see. Like, it's a totally different type of content as well, right? Like, nothing of this sort has been added. There hasn't been a new villager that has a house full of items. It's... I'm someone that also, I kind of like the exclusivity of them. Like, ooh, I got my Sanrio cards, and now I have this villager that, not everyone can have. And, like, there's something kind of fun about... Not from like a haha, but just from the community aspect of like, oh my gosh, like these items are so fun, and like, how do I get them? Where do I get them? I would love to see more variety and difference in people's islands. So heck, give us a pack of 10 more villagers with unique items.
Yeah.
And,
that's what I'm saying. And the one thing I have not seen anywhere, and there's always trolls out there, I have not seen anyone complain about pricing with these. That's what I'm saying. Like, this game, I love it. We all love it, but they are leaving millions on the table. People do not care. They want to find them. I think finding them is the bigger problem.
Mm-hmm.
The value of them has never been in question, at least to my knowledge. I've never seen anyone complain about it.
Well, it's like basically getting 6 amiibo for $6 instead of, you don't get the figure, but you get the. I mean, yeah, amiibo cards are just tailor made for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they might, introduce, like, I would love if like the Zelda pack came as cards, or like the Splatoon came as cards, just because it would be an easier way, and like you're training, a new wave of consumers. But like, I like it. There's a ton of stuff. We got like outfits and like items and things. Are you surprised that they kept the you can't take them in boxes? That kind of makes sense, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because it's a paywall, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Otherwise, it devalues them completely. One person buys them, and then you just share them with your friend group, and before you know it, we have thousands of Chais and Martys running around wild.
Yeah. I did move Marty on my island. He doesn't fit the theme at all. I just wanted to do it. I
brought all 6.
The items are cool. Like the clothing, it's pretty cool. I can't wear a ton of it, but
I love the clothing. I was just about to say that's my secret favorite part of the update. Man, that blue goofy blazer, the goofy
the frog
hats,
the frog boots.
The frog boots? Yeah.
This year. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess my only complaint is I wish they made it an easier process to order. Like maybe making it exclusive to Target was like the bad move. Maybe they got some type of deal or something, but I don't know. That's my only problem, because like everyone, like I still don't know where to get them.
My only complaint is that it takes 3 days and 3 craftables and 3 visits to get them to come to your island. Like I paid for you, man. What do I got to do?
How much time in your videos are you just like editing out, just like like swiping them?
Bringing all 6, so 18 times the campsite, scanning them each 3 times, so 18 times, talking to them 18 times, crafting 18 times, time traveling 18, like it was hours.
Yeah. Oof.
That's why you went to Harv's Island, man. You took the shortcut.
I'm like watching your videos, and then you post the thing about you losing monetization. I was like, geez.
Yeah, right after that too. I was like the internal fortitude it took to finish that video gosh, it's all good though.
Yeah. Mandy, I didn't say it with the 5.
Oh yeah, we gotta do this. Let me set this up, Pat. You don't have to be shy, man. I'll add you.
Is Zach your Switch friend yet?
I got messages about this. Man.
We played together too.
Got community, like y'all are trying to get Pat's attention. Ooh, he's such a snack, leaving you smiling and satisfied. And all Pat wants is just my friend code. That's all he wants.
Yeah. I just want a group of people to tell Zach, did you add him yet?
All right. Well, you don't want to. You're gonna have to put it in the message or something. Do you have? Here, no, I have it. Someone sent it to me. Let me grab it off Discord.
Someone sent it to you?
Yeah.
How did they even get it?
This is what they said. They said, Pat's too shy to give you this himself, and then they gave me your friend code.
True. Zach's a celebrity, man. But I'm very, very, very surprised, but very, very happy about this update.
Yes.
We got the controversial cake, the year anniversary cake.
You gotta make it. That's my most liked tweet.
I looked at the actual cake yesterday because I finally played the update.
Yeah.
And it's doable. You have to make some Animal Crossing cookies, and I might have to get fancy with like some fondant.
I was gonna say your fondant game's gonna have to be pretty pro.
Yeah.
That's a great stream though.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd probably mix it up, do the cookies in one video, then the cake in the other one, but it's doable.
I envision now. It's the Pat the Sexy Chef live stream. You're
Chop the sexy chef.
No shirt on underneath your apron, just flexing on them, making your cake.
Demonetized.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're one step closer to an NintenTalk OnlyFans. Someone said that. They're like, well, now that you're demonetized, I guess your only option is Switch Force OnlyFans. I was like,
you should do it.
OnlyFans can. Do you know that website, the initial the goal of that website was for pay? Yeah, they did not intend for it to become what it became at all.
So it was originally a competitor.
Yes.
To Patreon.
And then.
Yeah. And then
Sex
one cup
workers
of bathwater later.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to buy Zach's bathwater. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Zach loves to find questions in the chat. It's amazing. I have questions in the Discord. I feel like we got a lot to talk about. I'm interested in your guys' opinions on like your favorite parts of the update, things like that.
What is this scream that everyone's talking about? People keep saying, show him the scream. We want to hear the scream. What is the scream?
Someone clipped my reaction to something. I don't even know where it is anymore. You guys think I just save it? I don't. I don't have the scream. It's me fangirling over something. I don't even know what it was.
You are becoming a real icon here.
Is that the word? Yeah, I guess so.
Oh man, people are really into this scream.
I don't know where it is anymore.
All right, we're ready for the real questions.
Okay. Let's see. An icon. Man, a lot of people dogging on Brewster.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean,
here's one.
It honestly just gives Brewster more popularity, more momentum, and shows how valuable he is if Nintendo is willing to save him.
Is willing to what?
Save him. Like, save him for year 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to make you think, like, what are they going to do with... There's a lot of NPCs that aren't in this game.
Yeah.
So do they just all in one go have like an island that you can visit or something like that? I think he is coming. There's no way he wouldn't come. Like, he was the data mine. I'm iffy about data mines, but it was very exact. So
yeah,
I think he is coming. Maybe they're just saving it for like a bigger type thing. I don't know. Here we go with Lala Laura says, do you think the addition of 50 slots will affect game performance? Wondering if islands will be more laggy.
Has it? Oh, you mean by placing them?
Like, so if like 100.
Yeah. Dang, if I lay out 100, I mean, it's already laggy, so I can't imagine that it would. I feel like it'd just be the same.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that patterns make it choppy. I think when I've seen it, it's been like cluttered islands. It's been like islands that have just way too much stuff on them. I don't know if it's necessarily patterns. I don't know. They've definitely done some testing and things like that. Let's see. Can you hear this, Zach?
Yeah, I was gonna say someone just sent it to me.
Wait, what is that? I don't even know. Did you just hear that?
No.
Okay.
You want me to just play out on my phone? Here. This is the scream apparently everyone's talking about, since this is this is what we all want to hear. Let's see. It won't play. Huh.
No.
Well, you lucked out this time, man.
Oof. We dodged a bullet there. Yeah, they clipped me, and apparently it's someone's ringtone. I don't know.
I heard that, man. Again, I've been reading so many interesting things about you on social media lately.
You've been doing your Pat research, I guess. I have. Trong says, my island is packed. I used up all the new slots. It does lag a lot more, but not that bad. Okay. So maybe it does have an effect on performance. I don't know. I mean, that was my argument initially, is like, they'll never add them because this game doesn't run that great anyway. Like when there's a lot of things, especially online, but yeah, I'm still surprised they added it. It kind of makes sense because I see the direction the game is going, and like the fact that they're adding things in like that is very telling, I think. So, okay.
I'll take one from chat. Karina says, this is my first Animal Crossing game, but I know CJ, Flick, and Daisy May are next generation NPCs. do you think they would include, and would you be upset if they added a next generation Brewster? And I'm going to expand our question and just say, do we think that they're going to add any new next generation NPC?
How would you feel about a Brewster replacement? And Brewster's pretty. I don't know. You look at the characters that were replaced in Nat and Chip, and they were like kind of older. Like, I get the appeal. Yeah, I get the appeal. I think personally, if they're going to replace anyone, it's going to be Tortimer.
Yeah,
I would almost bet that Tortimer's not going to be in this game. Like, I think that a new, fresh multiplayer, like, they could have a lot of fun with a brand new NPC, especially if it's a new species. But that would be my vote. Like, do they really bring Tortimer back? I don't know. But what would you feel about Brewster being replaced?
I think it would be weird just because there's so much, like you said, it's kind of like these, like, I mean, as you said, it's next generation. Like, it's next generation for a reason, because the old generation's too old. I don't get the sense that Brewster is so old, so I would be sad. I would be bothered. But at the same time, any new NPC that they can add, we've talked about this. To me, that's the greatest update. An update where we see a face that we don't recognize is instantly the greatest update, because CJ and Flick and Daisy May were baked into the day one cartridge. If they introduce a new NPC, think about like the videos, the lore, the fan art. Like, that is going to be massive, and that's what I'm hopeful for, is that we do get some new character.
Yeah. I think even though I do like Tortimer, I think he would be a great person to give the boot. Let's put him to rest, you know? Put a little Lily of the Valley thing, throw some dirt on top, and
no, I mean, that's a little more. I was going to say give him his vaccine and send him home, but if you want to, kill him,
go.
We can do it that way too.
Rat Boy with the 5, thank you so much. Hi, Pat. I just want to say that I love you and your content so much. I'm thankful for everything you do. Rat Boy, thank you so much. And Sharon, thank you as well. We didn't even touch upon the inclusion of the kiosk being on your phone now.
Yeah, another great convenience, huh? Like,
and I was actually being like a wise guy per usual, and I was like, oh man, now I have to run all the way to Abel's and use the kiosk. And I feel like a lot of us, even not just us two, like everyone in the comments, like whenever they have a suggestion for this game, you even had a series on it. It seems like we're being nitpicky and like, we want too much. But if you really think about it, why, Zach, do I have to go to the clothing store to like open the kiosk? Like, there's just so many little things. Once they're added, you look back and you're like, wait, that does make sense. So it's a great addition.
That one to me is particularly interesting because everything else is like it's like a straight upgrade or a straight fix. That one, I'm very curious if that was something that they already and always had planned, or if that was something that they modified because they were getting feedback from the community. Because, like, for example, you can access the Nook Stop from your phone, but that was, again, included in the base game. Was it always their intention to, 8 months after the kiosk is added, to, bring it to your phone? Or is that something that they did spur of the moment decide to add because they were seeing people like you saying that it's annoying to run to the Able Sisters, every time they wanted to download something? It's really fascinating.
I'm just interested, like, where this team looks for info. I'm not saying that they watch the show or anything. Like, let's not get carried away. But, like, they have to be... Where does a company look? Like, there's no polls. There's nothing... I mean, unless they're, like, genuinely just playing the game and have the same opinion.
I can comment on this a bit because, I just through my years, I've talked to a lot of different PR people at different game publishers. And, they have... The common complaint or issue is that it's very hard to take in the entire internet and know what is like a popular complaint. What is a popular feedback? Because you can see 1,000 people on this forum complaining about this, but then you go to this forum and 1,000, they're talking about something totally different. So trying to ascertain and decide what is really a pressing issue is very difficult. I know some publishers have tried to develop software or partner with companies that help sort of take in all that data and find common threads, but it absolutely is something that they pay attention to. So I would not be surprised if there isn't a community person or a PR person on the Animal Crossing team or just at Nintendo EPD that is taking that in. Maybe they're not, writing down every little, complaint or comment, but I would believe they're absolutely trying to get a read on how people think and feel about their game.
It's just interesting to me because like they nailed it with the design slots, and that's just such a communal thing. I mean, maybe they're playing too, and like my thought was like, hey, we added new items in the game to customize, so like maybe that's why we're getting new ones. But like 50 is pretty substantial. Like 50 is crazy.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, and I actually don't know the answer to this. Chris says, why do you think there's a difference in the Japanese versus English update announcements? Seems weird to just completely leave out some of the items in the announcements in a different language. That's very true. Every time a new update comes out or a trailer comes out, if you go to the Nintendo of America website versus the Nintendo Japan website, Japan has like extra things. Now, like most of it is like cultural events and things like that. Right. But if you and I can access them too, why is that? Do you have any insight on that? Like, why is that lacking on the American side?
The only thing I can think is that the teams are very separate. They're operating separately. There are separate directs. There's Japanese directs and there's American directs. When we see the direct, it is our regional direct. They often have different games. So I think Nintendo just probably has two very distinct teams. And specifically with Nintendo, they have, for better and worse, been reluctant to sort of embrace this international philosophy. Sony, I'd say the last 5 to 6 years, did a really nice job of kind of magnetizing to the European side of things. They were very Japanese, Eastern focused, and then they kind of moved European, and that helped them kind of be more universal in their branding and their game decisions and their presentations. Nintendo, I think, still operates very individually, and so it's two separate people. It's someone saying, oh, their job this week is to write the blog post for the New Horizons update in probably Redmond, Washington, where Nintendo is based here, and then someone in Tokyo. Like, I think it's just two people, like some bullet points they have to hit, and then they kind of have probably some flexibility of like, we're going to talk about Korean Arbor Day.
It's just so weird.
It is weird.
It's honestly like force of habit now. I'm like, well, that was cool. What is Japan giving us or showing us? Because It just seems like very, very odd. Ratboy says, why do you hate Rilla so much? She's kind of cute.
She's growing on me.
What, like a parasite grows on you? How does Rilla grow on you? No. Let's stop the show for a second. Right. What is the redeeming quality about Rilla? I'll wait.
Her items and then the outfits that she provides.
The items.
Like, Pat, some girlfriends are beautiful and some are just really kind and buy you a lot of good stuff.
What? You shallow little man. Wait, because of the stuff she has.
She has great stuff.
Okay.
She has great stuff. No, I mean, she's really ugly, but I do really appreciate her. Look, Ratboy says her eyes. I really appreciate it. I'm kidding, but her outfits are cute. Her outfits are very cute.
I'm just gonna throw you a rope to get you out of that hole. Man. The eyes, I don't even know what color eyes she has. Cute green.
Yeah,
I don't even care.
Piercing and destructive. No, but her items are good. I mean, I think Chelsea is hideous, but I appreciate her items.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about this. Nikki says, this is a good point. Why do you think the island trailer / postcard feature will be turned off in a year? Will the feature come back for paid DLC? To be honest, super bummed. This is a temporary feature, and that was by Nikki.
Yeah.
What is
Nintendo they just operate in their own universe. Mario's getting executed on March 31st. Like, I don't know. They just do their...
Do they just think like, oh, it's limited, like hop on it?
I think.
It's so weird.
I think they're just fans of doing things that way. Or, maybe they're just committing to it for a year because you are going to be able to upload your things to it. So maybe they don't want to run that server for more than a year. I guess that's my best guess. Are you going to make a island trailer, a Corneria trailer?
I'll try. Yeah, I'm going to try. Definitely. So it's basically a web-based thing where you can upload videos and pictures. I'm interested to see like how involved it is because it looks pretty fancy from what they did.
Those brochure style images look great. I just can't wait to make my very deadpan like And over here we have a pile of items. And over here, another lovely pile of items. Come for the mess. Stay for the Rilla.
I want like a professionally voiced over Zach Island trailer.
You got it. You got
I want
it. I mean, hey, as part of my new volunteer YouTube position, I aim to please.
When does that come out? I don't think I got the date.
March 23rd. It's next week.
And does that coincide with the app update?
No, that was given a March 23rd date, and the app just said late March. So, which is again odd to me, unless it's tied to that Nintendo Switch Online update that I was referencing earlier.
And again, like here's another update appeasing the design fans. Like I honestly think I agree with Doug. Me and Dougie are on the same page because we've said like, is the future of updates item drops and like different improvements of the game. And honestly, that could keep this game alive for like 5 years. I'm not even joking. Like if you keep adding in like different aspects of the game, like a terraforming update where you can make a rounded hill, like, it would keep this game alive.
I can't wait to see your 5th Bunny Day video. Bunny Day update 2024. What are the new items?
A brand new bunny costume. Isn't it weird how like all of the clothing options were craftable? Like that would have never happened now. They were all craftable.
Yeah, the dresses and stuff. Yeah, that's an interesting shift. I do miss DIY though. I wish they would add a DIY pack.
Mm-hmm. Rad Boy, welcome. I'm pretty pleased though.
Yeah.
Okay. Kirsten says, if you weren't covering Animal Crossing, which game would be the main game on your channel? I feel like Animal Crossing is probably the biggest game on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this past year, man, nothing. I don't even know. I think I'll answer it a different way. Looking ahead, I think Monster Hunter Rise will have a substantial impact on the channel. I think Breath of the Wild 2 will have a substantial impact on the channel. There's not many games that can support, 50, 100, 200 videos in this way. Pokemon could, but for me, it's just not something that I get into at that deep of a level. Mm-hmm. What would you do?
I have zero idea. Like, yeah. I just don't know. Like you said, there's not many games that grab me in that way. Animal Crossing, it's just ever evolving. I guess maybe like Splatoon, because that's a game that gets solid updates. The newer one is probably going to get solid updates
regularly. Yeah, we'd have to think
for probably 2 years. But Splatoon and Pokemon are probably the games. But
you talk about Pokemon all the time.
I like Pokemon. Here's my thing, and if you're a part of the Pokemon fan base, then I'm looking at you. Okay. You guys are very intense, all right? If you mispronounce a Pokemon's name, it's the end of the world. If you don't know the evolution, it's the end of the world. You monsters steal Happy Meal toys from kids, okay? They're monsters, Zach. They're all monsters. I'm calling them all out.
When a PSA 10 first edition Shadowless Charizard is worth $550,000, I mean, it changes the game a bit, I guess.
It's a very intense fan base. It's nothing like Animal Crossing.
Nothing is like Animal Crossing.
Like, I feel like if you streamed Pokemon and, like, you didn't know who someone was, you would get roasted.
It would be bad, yeah.
Calling y'all out. Let's see. Okay. With Katrina on the Nook Link app, do we think she's the next NPC to join the game? We talked about that a little bit. That's from Andrew. So, in past games, if you guys aren't familiar with Katrina, she basically was a plaza type NPC. She would come to the plaza and give you a fortune. She didn't really do too much, Zach.
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic of her. She probably has like 4 Tumblr accounts, but like she doesn't really do much. So I'm wondering what she could possibly do. What role do you see her?
I think she's a plaza NPC. I think she provides a fortune, and then I have to imagine she sells something or has some sort of items tied, luck-based items, something of that sort tied to her, right? Like,
ooh, imagine like a weird like witchy Ouija set. That'd be cool. I'd like that. But yeah, she could possibly join the rotation. I mean, if I can't really put past like all these suggestions people have done, like Nook's Cranny expansion. Because it's all possible now. It's all possible. So, oh yeah, she could do DIYs too. That would be cool.
That would be great. Yeah, I'd love her to present some new DIY, luck-based DIYs.
Yeah. Stacy, thank you so much. Happy to be catching this NookTalk live. I just want to know when the makeup video is that scrapped.
No,
Zach?
it's I don't know why it's so hard for me to do. I think it's because I'm so clueless about it, but I got to get it done. Honestly, I was planning on having it ready for this weekend, but they stole a bit of my thunder by demonetizing me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll come soon. Like, to be perfectly blunt, my plan was Sanrio's releasing. There's going to be a lot of energy around that for Animal Crossing the channel. Boom, we'll put the makeup video out because I've been meaning to get it out and up. But yeah, now probably next weekend. But yes, it is coming 100%. I didn't spend $60.
Wait, did you already film it or no?
No. I just
okay.
I didn't spend $60 on ColourPop makeup just to have it. I don't know, melt in the hot sun.
That is amazing. My nonner over on Mininer. I don't know. Pat,
I thought you were saying
consider...
I thought that was like what you called like your grandma or something. My nonner. I was like, what?
Nonner. Pat, would you ever consider playing Stardew? Well, I'm starting Story of Seasons. Zach, I played Story of Seasons for 4 hours today. Okay,
nice.
It's fun.
Good.
It's fun, man. And Chef Pat's making his debut soon.
Sexy Chef Pat.
That's all I'm saying.
For one donation of $5, I'll sprinkle barbecue sauce on my body.
What?
That's what you got going on, man. Let me be your manager, Pat. I'm gonna turn you into a totally different person.
Zach's trying to dress me up as a short rib over here. Jeez. Yeah, Pioneers of Olive Town is lit. I like it. This took a turn, man. Let's see.
There's some interesting Animal Crossing type games coming out. You got, Story of Seasons coming out. There's this one called Cozy Grove that's coming out that looks very cool and AC inspired. So there's some. I think we're gonna start seeing it, and we've talked about this. You've actually mentioned it, but more on the Nintendo side. I think we're gonna start seeing, especially in the indie scene, Animal Crossing type games like in a wave. Like this always happens when Dark Souls became popular. We all of a sudden got Souls-like games. It's just a thing. So I feel like we're gonna start to see a wave maybe of more islandy, villagery, build up your town type games maybe that try to capitalize on that.
I agree. Honestly,
success.
I would like Nintendo to give another crack at it. I mean, they definitely don't want to take any thunder away from Animal Crossing, but like maybe just an eShop $20 title or something.
Yeah.
Like that could be cool. Churong, thank you so much. And Days says Celeste invites you to tell/show her when you craft the astrological DIYs. Do you think her role could expand?
I do wonder if these NPCs that we've kind of left behind do expand. Like, there's just no precedent of it really, so
that would be a huge update.
It would be great.
Yeah, because like you give Pascal a new furniture set, Gullivar gets the bin, or maybe he gets another weird, more pirate items or something. Like the amount of excitement for that error where they added the mermaid fence, like give us just a taste of that, even for, because like there's so many like underwater type things they could do for like Pascal and things. So
it would be great, even if it's just new items, just some sort of update to make Wisp relevant for the first time ever.
No. I was looking through comments and you just thought you could zip that one by me. Absolutely not. He's perfect, okay?
Would you like something bad or something worse? Okay, Wisp, I'll take something worse.
Imagine a Wisp set, like a ghost set. Oh my god.
Hey, Halloween 2021. You never know. Animal Crossing, the sky's the limit now. They have opened the floodgates.
New Halloween items is the only reason why I'm living right now.
Gosh,
boy,
dark turn.
Restarting my island. Let's hope I stay sane. You could do this. Restarting your island is very therapeutic. We need to normalize restarting islands. It's good. It's good. It's good to do. Kirsten says, this is a good one. Is there any is there an aspect of creating content you don't enjoy to do besides the whole like
besides YouTube sucking
bull crap? Yeah.
I'm trying to not, like, obviously I don't enjoy when I work hard in a video and it doesn't do well, but I'm trying to think of something like more tactile that I don't enjoy. Oh, I know. It happened to me the other day. I hate, and I shouldn't hate it this much, but I hate with a burning passion when my audio is like corrupted or crackly and I have to redo the same video. Pat, I was doing, what Animal Crossing video was it? It was some Animal Crossing video this past week where I was covering some small update and my audio corrupted. I was like, okay, I'll do it again. Audio corrupted a second time. I was like, I have to, center myself and have the same enthusiasm that I had the first time, but here in the I can't be like, well, guys, this is my third time doing this, so sucks to suck. You now get angry, Zach, and that, man, it's the worst feeling. You feel like you got something done, you were happy about the take, and then the audio's corrupted. Blah. What about you?
I'm trying to think. I think it's totally out of our control. I think it is the performance thing. Like you put out a video that you think is going to just go crazy and it just doesn't. But like, that's not our fault. And I think we realized that after a while. It's just like certain videos hit, like you can't, even the best baseball players strike out 7 out of 10 times. All right. That's what you got to say.
And if you obsess over why this video did, why this video didn't, like you're just in for a world of pain. Like, it's so mentally exhausting to try and figure it out, to feel a type of way about every video. Oh, this one, like if you have to just make what you make and either does or it doesn't. And I think that's one of the hardest things for people, probably, especially starting out, oh gosh, I put this effort and only 6 people watched it. But like, even at our level, even at higher level, it's like you have no control over how things are received. It could be YouTube's fault. It could be your fault. It could be nobody's fault. But yeah, just trying to detach from every video.
Yeah. Lauren Taylor says, when and who will be the next NookTalk live guest? So I have a few in mind. I do have a few in mind. I don't want to name drop yet, but
Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser's coming on the show. There you go. I know if you guys want to put anyone in the comments, because I do usually watch these back or like look at some of the comments. So here's your chance to throw some names out there. But I do have some in mind that are pretty much going to happen. I feel like whenever there's big news, like maybe bringing on a guest during like a low point of Animal Crossing is the best, because like you can talk to them. It's more of a full show. You have like
just bring them on when I have a big prediction. That seems to work best.
Abdallah, round 2. I loved that show. I'm just gonna say it. That was so great. I didn't really talk much. I just
too.
I sat back and just let it unfold. Lots of good suggestions though.
Yeah. The hard part is, and I'm like, I think it's safe to say, like, a lot of these guys don't want to be on camera, which kind of makes the show hard.
Mm-hmm. Trung says Barack Obama.
We could get him, don't you think? He'd probably come on. This is a popular show.
Yeah.
I think we could do it. I'll reach out. I read his book.
Honestly, if I had Obama's time and attention for 2 hours, I don't think Animal Crossing would be something.
No, but that's exactly what you do. How cool would it be to see his perspective? You'd be like, well, Pat, I've been disappointed about that.
Here's the impression. Yes.
He just wants the froggy chair, man. He's one of us.
My fellow American. No, I can't do it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Lauren with the 2.0 update predictions.
This is interesting. This is something that we should have touched on. Thank you. Typically, 2.0 would be a massive update.
2.0 has to be giant.
Right? Like, even though what we just got was so rewarding and so fun, there's no way that like 2.0 is like, oh, we did 2.0 and it's, it's bringing back the rover maze. Like, there's just no way.
Chances they would do 1.10, or do they want that 2.0?
What is the Switch?
I think
What is the Switch version history like that? I'm looking at the Switch. I think it's got to be 2.0.
2.0 to me seems like a giant, like that would be Oh, but that's soon though. That has to be the next one. So I don't know.
Right?
Corey says, one perspective I'd like to see is someone who makes their own designs. I feel like it's something that's not dived in too much. I agree with that. Yeah, I can't make a design to save my life. So
Me neither. I think it's 100% going to be 2.0. I'm just, it would be so weird if they were like, in Animal Crossing Update 2.0, we've added squash. You know what I mean? Like they have to, they have to have something substantial, which that's so exciting. That's the most exciting thing we've said all episode.
What's that?
That the next update is going to be even better.
Like it has to. I mean,
that's
I don't
crazy.
usually go like by the numbers, but like 2.0, not just in Animal Crossing, but like in a lot of games, that means something dramatically is happening. So to me, a mascot needs to carry that update.
Yeah.
Like
substantial one.
It ain't Brewster book.
It could
like I think it's Captain. I think it's
the Sister Panda makes a great point. 1.9a will technically be the next update because Bunny Day will introduce the letter, but yeah, then after that it should be 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kayla, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. And then Rat Boy says, if 2.0 doesn't bring Brewster, we riot. I think Brewster would fit comfy and cozy in a nice fall thing. Guys, imagine this. Close your eyes for a second, all right? Put some candy corn in your mouth. You got Brewster coming in September. You got new Halloween items in October. Like, that doesn't sound like a bad time to live. Like,
the scary thought I'm now dissecting in my brain is like, there was no like coming next, coming soon. So what if 2.0 is part of their E3 like summertime Nintendo Direct? What if like this was the big hurrah till 2.0 in June?
Honestly, it's what? Towards the end of March. I could see a summer update being the next one. Like they just gave us a lot of stuff. Yeah. They just gave us a lot of stuff. So I don't know.
I hope that's not the case.
I don't know.
You better learn how to design because you got to use those design slots for the next 3 months if that's the case.
Yeah. We got to comment on that. Like, I feel like my mindset for this game has been, Pat, you only got 50 design slots, and now you double that, and I just don't know what to do. I literally just don't know what to do. Like, I was so sparing with what patterns I used, and now, like your basketball court takes what, like 15?
Right. Like, technically, couldn't this open the door for like far more intricate island design? Like, if you now have that many pro slots to play with?
I think it's more so of like, now you can use patterns inside, because I feel like a lot of people don't use patterns inside.
Right.
You can afford to use a pattern on like one single thing on your island now, whereas before that was like, why are you wasting a slot? So it's kind of made everyone chill out a bit. Lauren with the 5 says, I never experienced Brewster, so I really want to know what the hype is all about. Well, why are you hyped? Brewster's fan club.
I mean, for one, it's a new NPC. The whole idea of him is so much more than like, oh, Leaf is selling you plants, and oh, Kix is selling you shoes and bags. Brewster is running a freaking cafe. It's so involved, right? It's such a interesting. It's a vibe, as they would say. It's such a nice. I mean, on content alone, it's bringing in a new place to go into, new items to buy, a new character to talk to, potentially more to do. I think there's just this nice culture around. I mean, what makes more sense than pairing Animal Crossing with Starbucks culture? And that's basically what Brewster is.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of things. Emily said nostalgia. For me, definitely. I think like that's a major character. Also, the big thing that's tied with Brewster is gyroids. Gyroids, if you've played Animal Crossing before, I think it's like we were talking about before, like they're catering much more to the design community.
Right.
A Brewster edition, you're catering straight up to the Animal Crossing faithful. And like that would just be amazing to have a new NPC and not just like a pave type thing. This is a permanent NPC that you can see daily, which I think is lacking with this game.
Yes.
Like, what's the last permanent NPC that was added? Red?
Luna
and Red. Like, and look how much of an impact Luna has. And then now you're in a brand new game all about crafting. Brewster could bring a whole... Guys, imagine a cafe set, like a Brewster DIY cafe set. I'm not confirming anything, but like the possibilities are amazing. So I back up the hype. I do think he's... No, I back up the hype. I like him.
Good. I think Gulliver could get a new costume this year too. I think that's a plausible update.
That'd be cool. A little mermaid costume, or just something weird. Like,
back to his space, or he was in the UFO, maybe something like spacey. He fell out of the sky.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about a 2.0? I saw someone put like a Cap'n thing. He could possibly bring us somewhere. That'd be a really easy transition. So, Gulliver's a mess, though. I would like to see maybe Gulliver turning things around, walking around the island a bit, a little more independent. Doesn't it just seem so redundant that, like...
He's always washing up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've said about Flick and CJ. They seem completely useless after your first couple months of playing. So, like, yeah, I'd love to find a way to reinvigorate these kind of characters that we have left behind.
Yeah. We haven't talked a lot about this in a while, but how confident are you that they ever expand on farming? We've got it once with the pumpkins.
It was in the data mine.
Do you think that was more so of like a test run? I do, but
I mean, I'm gonna still stick with what the data mine. So when we saw squash and we saw whatever the other ones, I don't even remember at this point, but whatever I feel like those are still coming at some point. It would be very silly for them to, we're going to go with 98% of the stuff that's been data mined, but 2% will just be skipped. So I think, it comes back at some point.
Because I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I'm playing Story of Seasons now, but like the farming is a big part of that game. It's a giant part of a lot of those games. So you add something like that in a game like this, which already has so much content. I think that could be the biggest update ever. Add in some like different recipes and things like that.
I mean, Ray says maybe this fall they'll add corn or something, and that's viable as well. If they're going to continue to try and add similar but new elements throughout the year, like maybe farming is part of their fall thing, and each year, like even though that's such a slow burn, each year they add one new crop.
Oh God!
Like right before Turkey Day, we get a crop.
Year 4 potatoes, everyone. Man, I think farming would be the biggest. Besides multiplayer, I think multiplayer, depending on how they do it, it could have a very fast life, or it could just be something that people play forever. But
Brewster, multiplayer, farming, these would all be good things.
Yeah, new fruit. Everyone's saying bananas and things like that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they don't have from past games. But let's see. Chris says, do you think the bug-offs / fishing tourneys will have new items like Bunny Day does? We've already had one, right? Or no? Have we had a fishing tourney? I don't even know.
Isn't there one? Travel. Yeah, there's one in April.
Okay.
There's nothing new.
Nothing's really pointing towards it, yeah. And we should have known. Like the holidays are locked, right?
Yeah.
So that was a big tell right there. Truong with the 5 thoughts on beach terraforming in the future. Before I would have shot that down, Truong, I think you're a genius. I don't know what to think.
I love it. It's kind of impossible though, right? With the clams.
That would be a giant update. Like if you guys have any like quality of life things that coincide with designing, it's a possibility. Like they're going to do their best to add little improvements just to keep people going. That would be a big time thing. I would have a giant beach. Be amazing.
Yeah, just wall myself off from the ocean. Do not enter.
Let's see. Caleb says, how likely do you see new villagers coming to the game? So
inevitable.
I'm pro Zelda and Splatoon. Do you think that's you think that's happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like they have the assets, they have the items.
Well, and they we just went through all of this with Mario and with Sanrio. Like, it feels like it's coming.
We're gonna have a Pat and Inkwell reunion, guys. Inkwell's like not quite on the Eric level, but he's pretty close. Like I love Inkwell. He's amazing. Let's see. Victor, I'm going to be confident about this one. Do you think they'll improve villager dialogue? I honestly don't. I don't think that's a concern for them. No. I really don't. Like, there is quite a bit of dialogue. Just we all play this game thousands of hours, but I don't think that's a major thing. Like, you would have to change a lot, but
I'd love to see them add villagers that aren't via the cards or aren't via like these connected partnerships, like a villager update that just brings a new species or a pack of new villagers is still very high up on my like want list. Like that would be super impressive to me in an update if they're like, oh, and we have 5 new friends that have come to the island.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably unlikely.
Laura is trash says, are we scared that this may be the last update? Mm-hmm. I am. There was no new date at the end. I think there's definitely going to be more updates. Like just the pace that they're going on. There might be an extended break. Like I would not be surprised if summer is the next time you hear from them.
But yeah, you're convincing me now, man. I was pretty damn confident that this would stay monthly, but now I'm worried.
I'm not trying to do that. I mean, I just think that it is a exclamation point with like the content that they just gave us. Like, unless they have, a Zelda presentation and they announce like a Zelda collab, like that could happen soon.
I don't know. Have we got a coming soon from any of the recent any of the trailers this year? Like, did the Pave trailer have a coming soon? I don't think it did.
I don't know. The Sanrio did not.
Sanrio did not. Mario did not. I mean, they tweeted about Sanrio around Mario, but it did not have. Oh yeah, mm-hmm. Okay. So the Pave update did have free updates scheduled for March with Mario iconography, but the Mario trailer did not, and then this one did not.
Yeah, this year I can guarantee like we're gonna get updates this year. Next year, I think you're gonna start getting scared because that's the 3-year mark. But I think you'll know when. When you see a fireworks show and like it's over, I think they're gonna just give us something really big, and then that was nice.
You think?
Let's all play Splatoon now.
A big song to finish it off. Yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah, I think definitely a summer thing is gonna happen. You're thinking Katrina, so you think she's next, straight up?
Yeah, I can't understand that usage in Nook points if there's not something around. Like, I guess it's just a cute addition, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like, from a logic and a marketing standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Chewy Plays. Hello. Do you think there's a spin-off on the way? They have to be making something. There's no way that a game sells 30+ million in a year. Not even like the year. Oh, we'll get to that in a bit. But like 30+ million, there's no way that they're not developing something. I don't know if it's the main line, but it's either going to be a substantial DLC or some spin-off. I don't think it's mobile though. I just don't think it's mobile.
I mean, I would hope that they would double down.
Yeah.
But just it would also not surprise me if they didn't. I mean, Nintendo is weird with how they you keep the game pretty sacred if you do release it only once every 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we're going to get the type of gap, especially because we're in a different generation now where there is no handheld home console. It's just all in one. So, and Animal Crossing has been huge on everyone. Jill says, do you think there will be new items added to the holidays? I'd love a spooky tree for Halloween. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I think that that's what they're going to do. Now, the thing about Bunny Day that kind of scares me is that there wasn't seasonal items in Nooks. Like, so for example, Halloween, you could buy the spooky items in Nooks. So they would have to change those holidays a little bit more, but I think that's almost how they're going to do it. So
yeah.
That's the only thing that scares me a little bit.
That is a solid point, but
but then again,
yeah, I can't imagine Bunny Day is like the only one that gets a change because as we've said before, if any holiday didn't need to be changed, it was Bunny Day because nobody played it. So like that's the one that they could have left untouched.
Yeah. Huge Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, Bunny Day, they've literally changed from what, 2 weeks of hell to a week. So, I mean, they've changed it Bunny Day has had 2 revisions.
Still the best holiday.
So I think like the holidays to come after are all gonna get updates. And like honestly, 5 items, that's enough for me. You know, especially if they come out so close to like the holiday that you have to, use them last minute, which I'm still not happy with, but
I think it's, again, it's best case scenario.
yeah. Let's see. Malcolm says, do you guys think that the roost could be an optional thing? You choose if you want it in the museum or if you want the building.
No, but that'd be fun.
I don't think it's happening either.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want it in the museum. I don't even want to smell coffee in the museum. No, I think that if you look at the improvements that they've made, everyone loves it because you're reducing load times. Like the fact that everyone loves the kiosk is because it's more convenient and you don't have to go in Abel's. So I want a building. We can all afford to place a building somewhere.
I think it's gonna be in the museum.
Yeah, probably.
I just don't think there's room for it, unfortunately.
As long as I can like go into the museum and then it's just one door. Like I don't want to, check out
Can't
the
we just have
dinosaur.
a side entrance to the museum? Open up a side entrance. We can just walk straight in.
But I'm just waiting for Brewster to to wheel his little cart and Zach be like so upset.
Coffee cart.
I think it would be really cool if he did go in the plaza, but then there was like a mini quest to build him the roost. That would be amazing.
That'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Bring some of that back. Those days were beautiful.
Yeah. Like, hey, give these samples to your villagers. Once you get 5 samples, come back to me. Then you have to like get the wood and stuff. Remember when the game first started and we had to build that bridge and we got the bridge kit?
Yeah. And
you had to get like all this iron, all this wood. Like, that's how I wish they went about it. But that'd be cool. Pixie says there's stairs and nooks. Could it be in there?
It could.
Absolutely not. The stairs mean nothing. They're
really?
Decoration. I don't know. It'd be really weird for them to like put an obvious hint. Like
there's a floor up there. We've talked about this. You can, if you hack the game, you can run around. There is a floor above Nook's Cranny.
My new thing is I'm going to disagree with everything Zach says in hopes that Zach is right.
Oh,
because that seems to be working.
All right, keep it up. Let's go. I like it.
So Nintendo, there is definitely no way that the upstairs is a real thing, and there's definitely no way that we get 100,000 Halloween items. There's just no way.
No way we get Brewster. No way we get a 2.0 anytime soon.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Kirsten says, I think Animal Crossing could benefit from a relationship system like Stardew. Not the dating, but the heart system. Villagers have different favorite items that help more towards their friendship, but also items they hate. I like that. I don't like that we're left in the dark with like our relationship status. And I also don't like that the picture is the final thing. Like, imagine if it was like a little like I think you said it before, like a little plushie.
Yeah, that'd be
a little Cranston plushie or something. But
little mating dance. Like, I don't know if you ever played Viva Pinata, but like when they would make the baby pinata, they would just do a little dance together.
A mating dance.
Baby villagers, baby.
But I like that. Yeah, I'm more like deeper systems. Now I'm just rooting for a crafting update. Like, we got the design slots. Guys, this is a perfect example of just whine and complain, and eventually it'll happen. It's like watching Caillou. You ever watch Caillou, Zach?
No.
Not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all.
No.
My younger brother loved Caillou, and it's about this kid who's nasty and just complains and just gets whatever he freaking wants. His mom drives to McDonald's and gives him the Happy Meal.
Oh, man.
And then all of the Pokemon fan base took the Pokemon toys
from him.
That's Caillou.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway, Caillou is disgusting in every way. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 33. Zach, AC is back.
AC is back. It's good. It feels good. Pat is a snack. AC is back. The world is shifting. It's changing. I do YouTube for free. What's coming next? I don't know.
Okay, here's my final thing. This is the way we'll go out.
Okay.
Zach, you have to end the show by rhyming sliver at least 4 times. And that's how you're going to have to...
What is it for? Is that just a random
The end
word?
of the show.
Oh.
The end of the show. Make a rhyme. Bye, guys.
I have to sit here. I'm so tired. I want to go. Pat, it's unfair that you made me do this. It feels like a sliver. I try to deliver and give you my river of thoughts, all of my rhymes, all of my dimes, and even some of my liver, which is preserved because I've never drank alcohol, but you're trying to ruin it. Thank you guys and girls. Have a wonderful rest of your week. We love you. Episode 34 coming soon.